So I was trying to hop on early because we've got the hour of Saturn starting at 2:59. Not the best hour of the day to be answering questions. It's more like like the time to be like doing, I guess, analyzing the readings, photographs with markups and whatnot would be good for Saturn. So, but I didn't get on in time, so it looks like we're going to be doing the hour of Saturn here. So, based on where we are now, we've got these failed attempts to break through key resistance, and then it looks like we probably do have a breakout here at the end of the day based on what's transpired. Looks like there's a breakout here at the end of the day. If you were unlucky enough to purchase a put down here rather than up here and in the midst of this rally here, I mean, you could have got it here. That wouldn't have been awful, but in the midst of this rally really would have been where you want to get it. So if you purchase down here, my advice would be is to roll the position. If you can do a day trade, roll the position for like a slight, you'll take a little loss, but roll the position to a better strike price. So that, like, when we break, you're basically gonna want to open up a short position when we break out. Like, there'll be a pop to the upside around the close. That'd be another place to correct any errors in trading that may have taken place here, because this is a little tricky. We were talking about opening up a short position at the open, but it looks like the opportunity was before and after the open. So I imagine somebody probably got caught here. What you'd want to do is probably close that position and open another one, or you could probably double down on that position, but that's a lot more risky because the way the nature of options, doubling down on a short position. But it's a cost average down maneuver, which would allow it. You need less of a drop in order to make the money, to start making a profit or to make the money back. So if you just hopped on, what I'm talking about is here. We were talking about doing this in the midst of a rally around the open, opening up a short position, and I imagine somebody probably did it at the low here because there was a quick rally here, and then here's the real rally. But there's this quick rally here. So some people probably got caught, I'd imagine. And the best way to handle that, it looks, based on what's transpired so far, it looks like we're going to have a breakout at the end of the day and a pop to the upside. Interesting. Time is it now? 2:50. It's almost 3 o'clock. This could be the peak right here. This could be the peak right here. So there's a couple things that could happen, and the more closer we get to actual Mercury retrograde, the more complex these readings will be. It'll be more difficult to interpret. But what I see is there's this peak here that right before 3 o'clock. And there should be selling from a near overbought peak or crest here, but it looks like eventually we do have like this bump up against this resistance level and a push to the upside towards the end of the day. So I would be looking for, like, if there's a really big move or there's like a notable move past these highs here towards the end of the day, that's where I would want to open up another short position and maybe close the original one or double down on the original one. But it always makes better sense to have to adjust with a better strike price. And you take a loss by doing it, but in the grand scheme of things, my experience has been that you're much more likely to make the money back and some by adjusting the strike price in your favor rather than doubling down on a short position when it comes to puts. Oh, hey, Raymond. No, I think probably what you want to do, like I'm saying now, I had a feeling that probably happened to somebody because it was really tricky. This was really tricky. It held true, but the rally really came after the open. So the best thing to do is, based on what I'm seeing here, is we may turn around right here. If there's another push to the upside, like, we either turn around and we decline into the weekend right here, or we have more like a shorter term decline, like a temporary decline here from near overbought territory crest. So a temporary decline, but then in the last hour we should turn around and break through this price level. So that's probably what'll happen, is my sense. When we get that move through this price level here, that's when I would want to open up a position to balance out maybe the loss that I've taken if I purchased the put here. There's another opportunity, in other words, to open up a position, like a good opportunity to open up a put here. Down here, it might make sense to cost average down on those and then close them on the morning of Tuesday morning. I don't think you're going to be in big trouble there. There's obviously a more ideal place to go, and here we go. This is that move that I was talking about. So it looks like we didn't even have the selling. We're just breaking out through this. That would probably mean that after this big move, we're going to have a drop over the weekend. But in any case, this is like an opportunity. What we're doing right now, this is the opportunity to position oneself with a put if you missed out on a good placement early in the morning. So I was saying, like, if you have to choose between, you can't do both, like double down on the ones that you purchased and purchase a new put around now. If you can't do both of those, what I would do is I would close the puts that you purchased at the low this morning, or near the low, and open up a new position. You'll take a little loss, but you'll make it back much faster. You'll be in a safer position to make money when we go in over the weekend. If you can do both, I'd buy a put into this rally right now. I mean, you don't necessarily buy it right now, but this rally that's happening right now, this is the rally that you want to look for to open up a put. This is an opportunity. I probably would open it right around now because we're already up at like almost 80 on the RSI. We'll probably break through it, but to be on the safe side, this would be a good opportunity to open up that put to close close on Tuesday morning here. If you can do both, that's ideal. So I would cost average down on what I purchased early in the morning. That's probably underwater now. I'd cost average down on it, and I'd open up a long position. If you can't do both, again, I'd close those sorry, not a long position. Open up a short position and open up a short position. But if you can't do both of those, then I'd close the ones opened and I'd open up a short position. It might even be a little late now. Hopefully that helps, man. Yeah, there's going to be a drop over the weekend. I don't think you're in trouble. It looks like a bad purchase place because of the days chart, but when you look at a month's chart, it'll probably seem like a pretty nice entry. But you're always better off when in doubt to move your strike price if you can take the day trade. If you can't do either of those, the third option would be to just purchase a put now. Like purchase a position now on the short side, and that'll make up for the loss that you might take on the other position. It's a few ways to go about it. That's why I like options, because there's always so many different options of how to handle a situation. The only way you run out of options playing with options is if you just let them expire. If you sit there and don't do nothing with them. There's always more options and ways to maneuver. Why am I looking at this? Yeah. I think we'll at least hit this 376-ish area. I would be surprised. Let me look at the month. I would be surprised. Well, okay, no, there is possibility of a lowest low here, as discussed earlier. So it's possible we go lower than we've been, but I think we'll probably hit the same price level. Here, let's find out. It's the hour of Saturn. I'm going to put the cards back. It's the hour of Saturn. in the next couple of weeks, so into January. Yeah, there's like the end of a rally here at the beginning of January, and then we have a prominent a decline, a notable decline. So there's a pretty good opportunity, like probably right on the edge of January, February at the high. And I think that low is probably like the second week of January. Let me see on this one month here. Yeah, see, look at that. The second week of January, towards the end of the month, there's a low there. Or towards the end of the week, the second week, there's a low. And then what we'll do is we'll rally back. That's where that that's where that full card high is. It's not at the beginning. We'll rally back, like there'll be a low, we'll rally back into the end of the month, and then the rally will complete somewhere around the edge of January, February, and we'll come back and revisit those lows again. Yeah. Yeah, so there's a really big move to the upside on Tuesday, but it's probably from, you see this a lot of the time, the adjustment card on like the scale of like representing a whole day, or like on the scale of a larger time frame, like a monthly or a yearly, especially on a monthly, it can often indicate a short squeeze, or just like a big move higher from severely oversold territory. Like there's probably a big gap down here over the weekend. And definitively an opportunity at the open to close out of a short position. I think there's probably another good drop down, but you see here's the completion card. Speaking of next month, the rally ends next month, and look, where else did we see the completion card? We saw it in January, we saw it in January on the 1 year, at the beginning of the month, the completion of the rally. So there's going to be, it's not going to be like straight downhill from this moment. It may be, yeah, we may even see another prominent crest here at the end of the month and the end of the year. Got this death card, which indicates a prominent or an important low of some kind. You also look at that, you got the completion card there. Where did we see the completion card? Come on, guys, these were all done separately. Here's the completion card on the 27th. We're just talking about it, right? We're getting into the end. This completion, like we're coming up at the end of like a short-term rally. Going to be a pretty big move out of that low, it looks like. Definitely at the end of the day. Ace of Cups at the low on the 28th is very bullish. There's a unicursal there, so we got a drop in here. You see that death card again. We might go back to the same price level there. There's that death card again. Yeah, it's pretty choppy. Remember, guys, we're moving into Mercury retrograde. I highly advise not trading past the 28th. Like, I really recommend not trading past the 28th. Mercury retrograde does not affect everybody the same way, but it does affect everybody. You know, and it's a tricky time. Generally speaking, when I take my biggest losses, it's during Mercury retrogrades. Best way to play Mercury retrograde is with a straddle or strangle. We started here on the 12th, right? That was the beginning of the influence. Wasn't it? Let me make sure. Yeah, the 12th, right? So we started on the 12th, and on the 29th, we'll complete the first phase of Mercury retrograde, the pre-shadow, and we'll be able to see what this pattern did. We should see like an inverted version of that pattern over the next few weeks. So what you can do is you can place a trade. I'll talk about it. You can place a trade on the last day to hold over Mercury retrograde, and then come the other shadow, you should be able to sell it for a profit. But in between, not advised to play around, guys, really. Like, Mercury retrograde's a type of environment where you're right and you still lose money because of something dumb, like the power goes out or something like that. It's very possible, yeah. It's very possible that we test the low from yesterday. But it is hard to determine that. I think probably, yeah. Death card on the 27th, death card on the 28th, death card on the 29th. You probably see that price level a few times. I wonder if the death card appeared yesterday. Did it appear yesterday? Really? So annoying. No death card yesterday. On the 20th. It is possible that it's that level there. I should put this in, like, I don't know. It's a trump. Let's put it in this color. Right? It's possible we go there. Like, that's the death card price level from the 20th. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna line up and be the same price level, but there is a good possibility that could be. It would be like that, or it would be lower, one of the two, I think. So that price level there is roughly 370, 780-ish. So guys, if you're just hopping on, I was discussing how we have this, we were talking about opening up this short position in the midst of a rally around the open, and we definitely had that rally around the open after a decline, but it was shifted in time just a little bit. So I imagine some people probably got caught buying a short position here. The best way to handle that is to open up a short position now. based on what transpired and what I see in the cards. The best way to handle that, the ideal scenario would be to cost average down on the puts that are underwater, and then buy a good put position, a better put position. You could also sell those if you can't do both. Sell the ones that are underwater. Take the loss and reposition yourself with a better strike price, and do that now. Or you could be really risky and just cost average down, but I don't recommend that, especially with puts. Definitely want to steer clear of cost averaging down on out of the money puts. Super speculative. And so those puts will be able to sell in the morning within the first hour and a half, we'll say. If there's a good profit when we open, I would just get out there right at the open, not even worry if we're going to go lower or not. If there's a good profit at the open, I would just do that. If there isn't a good move over the weekend, then I would hold tight because there will be one early in the morning. Yeah, see that? So we had that selling. And then we're coming back, and we may have a breakout right here. Right, so we had these failed attempts to break through resistance, the interference card. Well, look at this. I have completion written down here. We were talking about completion. I have completion written down here, guys. Like when I write something like that down on the sticky note, it's because I got a clairvoyant impression while doing the reading, and I wanted to make sure that I remember. So the completion card, I got a clairvoyant. It's like super important, the completion card. So we're probably right around like what we're gonna see as the high for this rally. We may see it again. Some price swinging, like, you know, over the next few days. We may even see a prominent crest on the 29th or the 30th. Is it 29th? I think it's the 29th. Let me see. It's the 30th. But like up at these levels is a good opportunity to fix an early morning mistake. Sometimes it just makes sense to take a little loss and reposition yourself, especially when it comes to options. That you can find that often is what you need to do. When you're trading with these cards, a piece of advice, guys, it took me a long time to realize. When you're trading with Tarot for Traders type of information with Eso-Meta analysis, and the plan, it goes awry, generally speaking, all you need to do is look at the cards where things went awry, and you probably have a little bit of a stretch in time in one direction. My point is that the sequence of events is almost always the same. I mean, it's like rarely has a sequence of events not been what the cards point out. So like the time frame, sometimes you have to wiggle like an hour or 2 hours here and there, because not every card is gonna indicate a specific amount of time, you know. But with that said, like it's always important to remember, if it looks like you're wrong, just look at the cards, see where you are in the sequence of events, and then recalibrate your plan at that moment, rather than just, oh man, I'm wrong, the cards lied. Believe me, guys, the cards do not lie. The faster you get out of that mentality, the faster you'll get good at Eso-Meta. And that's speaking from 20 years of experience, my friends. More than 20 years. Cool. All right, Raymond. I wish you luck, my friend. I'm trying to make up for that other day. Like if we do break out here, it's going to be probably right around the close. But it's not a guaranteed thing. These price levels here are good price levels to be opening up short positions. And then also what you'll want to do on Monday morning when you close the short position, you want to open up. I mean, theoretically you'd want to open up a long position. Yeah. Yes, this is a bullish opportunity. The Empress card. This is a bullish opportunity. So like, there's a couple. It looks like a couple opportunities to open up a long position on the 27th. When you close a short position, provided you do it at the right time, and then around the last hour of trading, when we're in the midst of a notable decline standing out on a 1-day chart. Guys, I'm trying to get a few Januaries out before we go into retrograde. But it's hard to like decide which ones to put out because there's so many. Does anybody like have one that they want to? I'm talking about public ones, but still, are there ones in particular that you guys want to see? I can try and get them done in the next few days. I can't guarantee it, but I'm looking to do January's in the next couple of days, and then I'm getting into February's. I already got all of the dailies for February. I've had those for a while. Look at that. 2021, I like did the entire year's dailies before 2021 started. That's what I wanted to do this year, but Mercury retrograde really threw the timing of Mercury retrograde really threw a monkey wrench in that. Hey, you. Oh, it's like, there we go. I'm working on Amazon and Apple for January. I'd like to get Bitcoin out. I'd like to get XRP out. Dogecoin is coming. The public version is coming out, or it did already. One of the two. Oh, I need to get SPCE. That's a buy. I'm pretty sure in January. Yep. I'm gonna roll early, guys. I got so much to do today, and it's the hour of Saturn. It's an ideal hour to be doing markups. Really, not so much to be doing predictions, but to be doing the markups of them. Give you all a moment to ask last questions. I'm gonna get some more water. dog has separation anxiety. I haven't looked at enough cryptos to be able to tell you that, my friend. I've been working on 1 years for the most part. Probably, I think my sense is probably Solana's on the list. I'm gonna do a January Solana and see how that goes. There's a lot of readings that'll be coming out over the next few days. Alright, so just to recap, guys, before I roll. Tomorrow, Tuesday morning, you'd want to close out on these puts. If there's a good profit first thing in the morning at the open, I wouldn't wait. If not so much, there's probably a little bit of a decline here as well. If I'm like dead ass wrong and we open higher, which I'd be shocked. But if we did, I just wait for the decline. It's coming, and then it looks like the best opportunity to get in on the long position is probably at the end of the day, or the safest opportunity, I should say. That's where I'm at, guys. I got to roll early today, so apologize for that. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure, guys, you follow the rule of karma. It's so important. Look, like the rule of karma. I don't want people to get bitten in the butt here. Like, you got to follow this rule. If you place a trade based on information from these readings, you got to send some of that forward and some of that backwards. It doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit of the profits. But you got to do it each time, because let's say you're not profitable the next time. Like, is that fair for all the work that we're doing here at Tarot for Traders to not get a little piece of the profit that was made prior to that? So you got to do it every time. The law of karma you'll see, like, you'll be expecting these big gains and they won't happen because the law of karma wasn't followed, you know? I don't want people to fall into that trap. It's really not so much, it's about mentality. It's scarcity mind versus abundance mind. And what you think about, what type of mind you have, attracts more of same. Alright, guys, I'm rolling. Oh. Do I think Coinbase will collapse in 2023? I don't think so, but let's find out. It's actually not a good hour for me to do readings, Carolyn. It's the hour of Saturn. I should probably steer clear. Yeah, I'm gonna steer clear out of answering new questions this session, unfortunately. Yeah, check out the January silver prediction. There's a selling opportunity, I believe, in January. I'm looking to exit silver. I was looking to exit silver this month, but it didn't go as high as I expected, and my sense is that it was going higher. I'm right, it was, and I think it probably still is, just for a little bit longer, maybe a couple weeks. But check out the 1 month silver that I did. It should be posted by now. Alright, guys, I'm gonna roll. I really gotta do these readings. Thanks for watching, my friends. I'll see you guys on Monday.